Welcome to HealyFit with your instructor, Jen. Today I have a 25-minute yoga practice for you that will really open up your lower back and your hips. So let's grab a mat, walk to the front edge, and begin. One hand to heart, one hand to abdomen. Just focus on each breath as it arrives. Feel a rise of the chest, the expansion of the belly, and then the fall of the chest and abdomen. Breathe deeply in and out, noticing how your body responds to each breath. Maybe the shoulders begin to relax. Maybe your mind becomes more present and focused on the task at hand. Now let's bring both hands to heart. Take a moment to set your intention for your practice today. That can be something internal or external where you choose to focus your attention. With that in mind, big deep breath. Roll into the head and neck. Just noticing any tightness or tension that you're holding on to in the neck, in the shoulders as you rotate around. Pausing if you need to. Go ahead, bring it around the other direction. Sweep the head down to one shoulder, chin to chest, and all the way back around. Back in through the center, let's roll into the shoulders, checking in with our upper body, bringing the shoulders up, down, and back. Letting the hands hang heavy at your side. Slowly roll your shoulders around to the front. As you hinge, slowly round into the back, into your standing cat-cow. So you want to feel flat back on the way down, and then an arch into the back on the way up. This is kind of lubricating and opening up into the spine, maybe changing your range of motion with each repetition. Let's go one more time. Now, as you bring it up, let's sweep our body side to side, checking in with the thoracic, the middle back. As we twist and rotate, feel that stretch across the obliques, maybe into the shoulders and chest, and then of course along the outer edges of the back. And one more time each way. And now we're going to bring it down as you bring your body back center. Slowly hinge forward, reach your fingertips down towards the floor, and let's go into a few rounds of Ardha Uttanasana into Uttanasana. So into your flat back position, elongating crown to tailbone, lengthening through the backs of the legs, then folding the knees as well as the body. Nose tucks in, chin tucks in. Good, and again. Let's take one hand to kind of center of the toes, other hand up to the hip. Let's rotate, rotate, rotate. So maybe right hand on the floor, right knee bent, left hand to hip, left elbow kind of rotating up towards the sky. Look up past that elbow. Exhale back in through center. And let's send that left leg back. So as you step back, drop the knee towards the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up into a nice big stretch. Now notice my front knee is behind the toes and my back knee is behind my hips. This is going to help me open up hip flexors. Front arm over, back arm over. It's same leg. Now we unhinge, either hands to the mat or hands to hips, going into our seated half split. Eye gaze out over the toes, toes up or down, that's your choice. As you rise up, coming back in front, step both feet back and in together. Let's come into 7-point stance. So your toes, your knees, your hands, and your chin meet the mat. Slide the hips down to the floor, lift and expand along the chest, coming into Cobra. Slowly push, press, and sit back into Child's Pose. Just take a few deep breaths, feeling the expansion along the back body. Inhale, rise up. Curling toes under heels, rise up into plank, and then walk the feet forward towards your hands, coming back into your forward fold. Feet at the front edge of the mat, toes a bit closer than heels. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. So we're going into the other side. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. 2 more times. And release. Elongate and relax. All right. Left hand to the mat, right hand to the hip. Rotate, rotate. Look up past that right shoulder. Bend the left knee. Get as much rotation along the back into the obliques. Feel that stretch along your right hamstring and glute. As you bend back forward, reset the hands. Take the right foot back, stepping into that lunge. Drop the right knee down. Relax top of foot. Inhale, reach arms up to sky. Coming into your kneeling warrior 1. Exhale, left arm over left leg, right arm over right, reaching out into your kneeling warrior 2. Slowly unfold the front knee, hands to hips or mat, again if you need that extra balance and stability. Release the hips back towards the heel to your level of comfort. Just finding your edge where you feel the stretch, but you don't feel like you're inflicting any pain or strain into the body. As you rise up, hands back so we can send both knees back together. Toes, knees, hands, and chin fold down to the mat into 7-point stance. Release the hips to the floor, lift through the chest, relax tops of feet coming into cobra. Now this time, if you're ready for it, push, press, sit back, going a little bit deeper into your child's pose. Rising up, let's come into our downward facing dog. Push the floor, relax through the heels. And now let's bend the knees, walking our dog, but adding a slight rotation. So as you bring the knee down, kind of twist it to the opposite side. This is really opening up into the back, into the hips, into the obliques, down through the calves, and up into the hamstrings. Go ahead, send the right leg all the way up to the sky. Extend all the way, toes to fingertips. Bending the knee in, let's send it through into our pigeon pose. So you're going to bend the front knee between the thumbs, lift the heart, roll the shoulders back leg behind you or beside you. So if this is uncomfortable for that back left hip, you can bend the knee. Then we come back into our 3-legged dog. Bend the knee again, step it outside the right hand, coming into your lizard lunge. Option back down to that back knee or stay lifted into that side. Walk the hands one step forward and bend the elbows to your edge. Go ahead, finding that level where we feel the inner thigh, the hip opening, and now we extend it. So left hand reaches towards right heel, right hand to the inner thigh, twisting the body to the outer edges of the feet. Feel the stretch along the outer thigh and glute, rotating back to center, both hands, inner arch of the foot. Slowly unfold that front knee, coming into your pyramid. So again, your hands could be up onto your hips if you're comfortable with your balance and stability, or like me, you may opt to have your hands down towards the floor, just for that added level of stability. Bending back into the knee, let's send both feet back. Up onto the toes, exhale down into chaturanga, up into cobra, and then push back into your downward facing dog. Bend into the knees, and let's do that same sequence on the other side. So we're bending knees to opposite side, feeling the stretch, hamstrings, glutes, back, all the way down to the bottoms of the feet. Good, left leg all the way up, extend into your 3-legged dog. Into the knee, send it through, coming into pigeon. Relax the back right leg, lift the heart, roll the shoulders back. Feel the stretch along that front left outer thigh into glute, and then the back hip flexor and quadricep. Curl back toes underneath heel, send that left leg back up to the sky. Coming into your 3-legged dog, we step out into our lizard lunge next. So foot outside of hand, hands walk forward. We drop down into the elbows. Remember that back right knee could be up or down. Whatever we did on one side, we're going to try to replicate here. Slowly move the right hand to the left elbow, take the left hand to the inner thigh, twist, turn. Really great hip opener. Technical term, we are hip flossing right now. Bring those hands back into center. Step in this time, and let's come into your yogi squat. Now for me, I have to turn my heels in to get that depth of the squat. If that's you too, you can do that, or you can lift your heels up. Again, we're looking for the edge, but we have to be kind to where our bodies are right now. Right hand to the mat, left hand to the sky, pivot, and we can stay here. Or bring that left hand around the back, try to reach for the right thigh, and then take the right hand around, try to reach for the left and go into your bind. God, looking up towards the sky, open into your shoulders, feel the stretch across the chest. Release back in through center. Unfold. Let's reset. Maybe line the heels back up. Walk the hands through the heels. Come into a wide stance forward fold. Reaching the hands back forward. Inhale, flat back. Maybe realign those heels so we can sit back down into our malasana and twist to the other side. Reach, right hand all the way up, stretch all the way from fingertip to fingertip, and then reach that arm around the back. Again, just finding your edge. Hand might be to hip, it might be to lower back, it might be reaching over towards the other thigh. Other hand comes around trying to make the connection. Open, open, open along the chest, breathe. And then release back and in through center. Let's unfold again, extending along the backs of the legs. Looking forward into that flat back position, exhaling into your forward fold. This time slowly roll up. Let's articulate bone by bone up to your standing posture. As you come up, roll the shoulders back a few times. Inhale, extend the arms all the way up to the sky. Fingertips into steeple pose. We're going to lean out to that left side. Bend into your left knee. Straighten out along your right. Feel that stretch along the outer edge of the body. Inhale, rise up through center. Let's pivot to the other side. Right knee bends, right. Lean with the hands. Back and up in through center. Open, open, open. Swan dive down towards the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Reach the hands through once again, getting that length and extension through the hamstrings, glutes, and lower back. And then as you walk the hands forward, let's send your left foot to the back edge of your mat. So the back right edge of the mat. We're going to pivot into Skandasana, your side lunge. Now your hips could be up over your knee. For me, I'm going to sit down, hips towards heel. Try to find balance and stability here. You might have to bring that left hand out to the side to find it. And then if you have your balance and stability, try to take the left hand around the back, wrap your right hand around the thigh, and come into your bound side lunge. Release both hands back down to the floor. We're going to pivot that back knee down and come into hands to foot posture. Here we're getting a big stretch, hamstrings, glutes, low back again, and then opening up the inner thigh and hip on that right side. As you inhale, we're going to rise on up, bring that knee back up, and somehow come back into Skandasana. So push the hands maybe outer and inner thigh. Find your balance and stability. Lift the left hand up and over. Look up towards the sky. And then slowly pivot back towards the front, coming into lunge. Step both feet back together. Cross the right foot over top of the left. Push back into downward facing dog, elongating through the calf on that top right leg. Coming back into plank, open up, reaching your right hand to the sky. And then exhale, right hand back down. Unlock the feet. Exhale into Chaturanga. Inhale, rise, cobra or up dog. Exhale, push, press, lift, downward facing dog. Pedal through the feet. And then we're going to walk, step, or hop feet back to the front edge of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly articulate bone by bone up to standing. Rise, 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 rise up. Slowly reach the hands all the way up to the sky. Steeple the fingertips. Come back through center. All right. Cross leg over leg. Let's lean out to the left side, getting a big stretch along the iliotibial band from outer knee to outer hip. Inhale, rise up center. Exhale, forward fold. Good, stretching along the glutes, the hamstrings, into the back body. Oh, it feels so good getting into those deep back of knee, back of thigh, glute, and low back muscles. Slowly walk the hands up the front thigh. Let's send slowly, carefully, our right leg back behind us. So coming into this balance pose option, you are welcome to stay here. If you're like, no, I want the challenge, right hand is going to reach down to the floor, hinge just enough so the fingertips can reach. Tuck that right heel in and then take your left hand up to your foot, coming into fallen dancer. Exactly as it sounds. Looks like we fell down onto the ground and we are trying to make it look good. Hold it here. Slowly release, foot back down to the mat. Forward fold, inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly articulate bone by bone up to standing. Let's go for the other side. Inhale, reach and extend the arms up to the sky. Light backward bend. Bring the hands back into heart. As you do, let us send our left leg behind our right. Reach both hands up to the sky and lean out to the right side. Good, big stretch along that left outer thigh, left outer hip, left oblique. Feel the stretch and extension along the outer edge of the body. Come in center. Exhale down towards the floor, reaching the fingertips down towards the mat. Feel that stretch. Feel that length into the back body. As you rise up, walk the hands up to thigh. Send the left leg back, lifting it up into that balanced posture. Good, looking out over the front edge of the mat to keep your balance and stability. Left hand to the floor. Left heel to the hip. Right hand tries to make the connection into your fallen dancer. As you lift that leg up to your level, your edge. You might be here, you might lift knee over hip. You might even hinge a little bit more forward. Now slowly release. Fold. Flat back. Fold forward. And slowly lift your body all the way up to standing. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Steeple the fingertips. And then pull them into your heart. Anjali Mudra. Shake it out. We're going for Skandasana on the other side. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. All right. We're going to send the right foot back this time. Slowly bring that foot back behind you, kind of bringing it around the same line as the left leg. Pivot, pivot, pivot. Find your balance and stability. So remember, each side has their fortes, and each side has its opportunities for advancement. So this is my non-balancing side. You'll see I struggle a little bit, and you might feel the same on one side versus the other. So here you might be able to go for the bind a little bit more completely and fully, or you might not even be able to attempt it on this side. We just work with what we got from day to day. Slowly fold that knee down. Let's reach out towards our front leg, opening up hamstring, glute, feeling the stretch along the back of the thigh, all the way up into our lower back. Now let's bring that left knee back up, rotating back into our Skandasana. Help yourself up. Now let's try to find balance again. Right hand towards the floor, somewhere out to the front might help you balance a little bit more as you lift the outer edge. So what is that? Our right hand up towards the sky. Looking up past it. Can't tell from my hair, but that is what I am doing. Reach your hands back to the front edge of the mat. Let's send all our toes to the back, crossing over, coming into that cross-legged downward facing dog. And then pivoting back into our plank so we can open, open, open. This time, our left hand comes to the sky. And then we pivot back down, unlock the feet, exhale down to the floor. Inhale and rise into Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale, come into Child's Pose and rest here. As you rest here, notice each breath, softening through the shoulders, forehead merging towards the mat, hips settling down towards heels, ribs expanding along the thighs, into the back and shoulders. As you breathe deeply here, I'll leave you with this quote to consider by S.C. Laurie. All the parts of me I once abandoned, I decided one day I would walk them back home, one by one. And when all the pieces of me were finally together, finding themselves under the same roof, once again I realized I had always been beautiful. As are you, my friends, as are you. These next few moments, I want you to consider the amazing, magnificent, fabulous person that you are. All the parts mesh together to create this perfect being of you, spectacularly, uniquely, marvelously you. I'm going to leave you in this quiet solitude for the next few moments to breathe, to relax, to refresh, and renew. On your next breath, start to merge your hands under your shoulders, push the mat away, and come into seated on heels or hips over knees. Take a few moments in Hero's Pose, or again that kneeling stance. Soft focus or eyes closed. Reach arms up to the sky. Take one wrist at a time and just lengthen all the way from your shoulders to your wrists, and then all the way from your shoulders down to your hips. Interlace the fingers, reach them around to the front, stretch into the back and shoulders. And slowly twist. One hand to thigh, one thumb to spine. Rotate looking over the back shoulder, opening up along the outer obliques. Rotate to the other side, twist looking over the back shoulder, feeling that stretch along the outer edges of the body. Coming back in through center. Open the arms out wide, reach them all the way up to the sky, and then pull them down beside you into cactus. So squeeze the elbows in and back, opening along the chest. Spread those fingertips all the way out, and then wrap yourself into a well-deserved hug. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Take care and have a beautiful rest of your day.